The greatest selling point of open world games, in my opinion, is player freedom. These games let players decide how they want to play, instead of holding their hand and guiding them through mostly linear progression. I'm looking at you, Skyward Sword. And the Zelda team noticed us looking at them too, because after this blunder, they shifted towards a goal of player freedom with their recent games. Tears of the Kingdom, for example, focuses on mechanical freedom, letting players use physics objects to solve puzzles and traverse in various ways. The new game that was just announced, Echoes of Wisdom, lets Zelda summon objects and enemies literally anywhere that she wants to. And Breath of the Wild centers around the freedom of exploration. It nudges the player towards Zora's domain at first, but the player ultimately gets to decide the order they free the divine beasts in, if they do it at all. Outside the Nintendo realm, Outer Wilds is another good example of this. The game says, hey, you might want to start by going to the Adel Rock. There's something on the Adel Rock if you want to explore the Adel Rock. Go to the Adel Rock. And the player can respond by saying, no, I want to go find out what the purple light was all about. Me see pretty light in the sky, me see shiny thing. I'm gonna go to the shiny pretty purple light. Seek out Impa? Did you mean go straight to Hyrule Castle and kill Ganon? Maybe not, but they let you. The beauty of these games is that every answer is a correct answer, and each player's route to the ultimate destination will be different. Each player's experience is deeply personalized, which makes each playthrough distinctive and unique. There is no wrong way to experience video games. Experience? Why am I using the word experience? Why not play? Well, there's a good reason for that, and let me tell you. My first experience with Breath of the Wild and Outer Wilds were what I would consider wrong, and that's because I never even played them. How do you experience a game without playing it? You watch it. I watched playthroughs on YouTube, and I regret it, I really do, especially for Outer Wilds. But what's even the difference between watching a game and playing it? Why does that distinction even matter? Well, let's answer that question. Think about your favorite games of all time, and ask yourself, what makes them so special? For some games, the answer that it boils down to is what's known as the Eureka effect, or more colloquially, the aha moment. Essentially, it's an insight or epiphany, a sudden realization where you connect the dots and understand something. It's also the same reason why puzzles are so enticing. That moment where you figure out a solution is one of the best feelings, at least for me. World building in video games uses this too, just in a different manner. When playing through a game, you sometimes question why certain things are the way that they are. For example, why is this weird stuff that can outright kill you in a town full of people? Or how is your ship able to know and track all the information you know? Sometimes the answers aren't explicitly stated, and they expect you to use that big noggin of yours to figure it out. When you eventually find answers to the questions that you think up, it feels fulfilling. It's why we love those small details in games, because a lot of the time they're added for immersion and to solve those same exact questions. Now, don't get me wrong, I love watching others play games, and I think it can be just as fulfilling to experience a fantastic game alongside someone else. If you know with 100% certainty that a game isn't for you and you would rather watch it, then by all means, pull up your favorite creator and watch it. But speaking from my experience, I never even gave these games a chance on my own, and I wish I did. If Outer Wilds has taught me anything, it's that I should be playing more video games. I can't really say much more about it because spoilers, of course, but I've learned that actually playing a game is a completely different experience from watching one. I used to watch games because 1, I couldn't put in the hours, 2, I didn't know if the game would be for me, or 3, I just didn't want to spend money on a new game or console. A lot of you guys have probably done the same thing for the same reasons, and all of these are valid, but sometimes I think it's worth the investment. Last year, I played Tears of the Kingdom on launch day, and that video is up on the channel, by the way, if you want to go check it out, wink wink nudge nudge. But I remember struggling to get back to the Temple of Time from the top of the mountain. Like, this seems it leads you right to the Temple of Time. I have to be missing something. I didn't understand how wings worked, so I spent 45 whole real-life minutes figuring out how to climb back down from the mountain without falling to my death. But even with all that time wasted, I remember saying at the end that I was glad to have that experience, despite hating how long it took. I know I should be probably more upset that it took me 45 minutes, but it was kind of a fun adventure getting back. The whole going the wrong way and then finding out that the way was actually right next to me the whole time. 2 weeks ago, as of the day I'm recording this, I played Undertale Yellow, and of course I absolutely loved it and adored every single one of the characters. I had a bit of a unique moment during my playthrough though. At the door to the mine's elevator, there's a wooden beam that you have to get rid of. Apparently you're supposed to get like a pickaxe or something to dislodge it, but I used some matches that I had in my inventory. I got them from trading stuff with people in Snowdin and couldn't find another use for it, so I tried to burn the wood and it worked. I would have never had these unique or interesting or slightly irritating moments and experiences if I didn't play these games myself. Eureka moments occur differently for everyone because each individual plays games in their own way. When your own idea to solve a problem works, it's rewarding that your solution and thought process is accommodated. Now, unfortunately, there are an uncountable number of games that I watched instead of just having the common sense to play them myself. So why don't we list them off in alphabetical order, shall we? The ones that I remember to write down are Baldur's Gate 3, Bowser's Fury, Breath of the Wild, Celeste, Cuphead, Dave the Diver, Deltarune Chapters 1 and 2, Divinity Original Sin 2, Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Hi-Fi Rush, Inside, Kirby the Fire Online, Kirby Star Allies, Majora's Mask, Omori, Outer Wilds, Paper Mario Color Splash, Paper Mario the Origami King, Paper Mario Thousand Year Door, Persona 3, Persona 4, Persona 5, Portal 2, Skyward Sword, Slime Rancher, Subnautica, Superliminal, Super Mario Odyssey, Super Mario Sunshine, The Beginner's Guide, Stanley Parable, Transistor, Tunic, Undertale, and many, many more that I'm sure I missed. I've been wanting to get back into playing games again for a while now, and recently I've been doing just that. As you already know, I played Tears of the Kingdom and Undertale Yellow, but I also played Hollow Knight and the 2 Ori games back in October. Do I wish I waited to play them on camera? Yeah. But hey, at least I played them. And speaking of playing games on camera, that's kind of my plan for this channel. I want to experience all the incredible games that I missed out on over the years, and I've actually already started. I'm posting this video on the same day as 2 others, where I play Terraria and Hades for the very first time. In addition to these, I intend to play many more games in the future that you guys will get to choose. Also, I plan on streaming these games live at twitch.tv/silverthrone111. Not only that, but to spice things up, you guys will be able to use channel points, or subs and bits if you prefer, to change how I play these games. For example, when I play Hades, you can choose what keepsake or weapon I use, or choose what path I go down, or even backseat me one time in Terraria, among many other things. All of what I just said was my plan up until about a day ago. That's when I found out that in order to use literally any feature on Twitch, you have to be an affiliate, which I am not. I've never streamed before. So instead, I'll just occasionally start polls and stuff so you guys can still participate in screwing me over. And if you want to help me become a Twitch affiliate, then head on over there and drop a follow. Also, check the community tab for the stream schedule and follow on Twitch. The Terraria video is up on screen right now, so go ahead and click on that. Link to the Hades video is in the description.